What if the very ground beneath your feet was born from the fiery wrath of a goddess? Long before the Hawaiian Islands emerged from the vast ocean, there was Pele, the goddess of volcanoes and fire. Her power was unrivaled, her temper as fierce as the molten lava she commanded. Pele wasn't just a goddess, she was a force that could scorch the earth and stir the seas with a single breath. Her anger could send flames roaring across the land, while her love held the power to shift the earth itself. But beneath her fiery exterior, Pele was restless. She longed for a place where her power could take root, where she could create a land shaped by her own hands. And so began her journey across the Pacific, a journey that would set the world ablaze. She traveled from island to island, striking her staff into the ground, unleashing eruptions of fire and lava in search of a place to call home. With each volcanic explosion, the land began to take shape, rising from the ocean's depths like molten giants. Little did the world know that from Pele's search, a paradise would be born, a chain of islands, each molded by her fiery will. This is how Hawaii came to be, a land forged from the goddess Fury, where fire met ocean and creation rose from destruction. Pele's journey began in Fury. A fierce argument with her sister, Namaka, the goddess of the sea, erupted into a battle of unimaginable force. Pele's fiery temper clashed with Namaka's relentless waves, fire and water colliding in a storm that shook the very foundations of the heavens. Their battle spilled into the world below, and soon Pele was forced to flee. She could not stay in the realm of her sister's waves, for Namaka's waters would always seek to drown her flames. Determined to find a place where her fire could burn free, Pele embarked on a journey across the vast Pacific. She wandered through endless seas, searching for a land where her power would not be challenged. With each island she discovered, Pele struck her staff into the earth, summoning the fierce power of the volcanoes. Her rage ignited the ground beneath her, and fiery mountains rose from the sea, spewing molten lava. But Namaka's reach was vast. Each time Pele thought she had found a home, Namaka's waves came crashing down, quenching the flames, forcing Pele to continue her journey westward. Yet Pele did not give up. Her anger was her fuel, her passion her guide. She would not rest until she found a land where her fire could burn eternal, a place where even her sister's ocean could not extinguish her volcanic fury. Pele's journey was not just one of exile, it was one of relentless creation. At last, Pele reached a distant chain of islands where her sister Namaka's powerful waves could no longer extinguish her flames. This was the place Pele had sought for so long, a land where her fiery spirit could reign unchecked. With her staff raised high, she drove it deep into the earth, and the world around her began to tremble. From the depths, molten lava surged upward, spilling over the land in fiery rivers, unstoppable and untamed. The lava met the cool ocean waters, hissing and roaring as it solidified, giving birth to new land. With each eruption, the earth grew and the islands rose from the sea, one by one. The heat from Pele's volcanic fury created rich, fertile soil, breathing life into the land even as it smoldered. She watched as her fiery power shaped the islands, each one a testament to her fierce will and unyielding strength. The mountains, valleys, and lush forests we see today were born from her destructive, yet creative force. Pele was no longer a wandering spirit. She was the heartbeat of the islands, her essence embedded in every rock, every tree, every grain of black sand. And as the volcanoes roared, Pele's presence became eternal, a living force in the paradise she had forged from the depths of her volcanic soul. The people of Hawaii knew that Pele was not just a goddess to be worshipped. She was a living force, ever-present and unpredictable. She was their protector, the very heartbeat of the islands, but her moods were as wild as the lava that flowed from her volcanic home. Hawaiians learned to respect her power, offering prayers, food, and chants to keep her temper at bay. They understood that Pele's eruptions were not simply acts of destruction, but expressions of her fiery spirit. Each time the earth cracked open and rivers of molten lava surged forth, the people watched in awe. They saw the black sands forming along the coast, the new land rising from the ocean, and they knew that this was Pele's way of renewing the islands, of giving birth through fire. But Pele's love was fierce, and her anger unforgiving. Those who dared to cross her, whether by taking stones from her sacred land or showing disrespect, would soon feel the weight of her wrath. Stories were told of those who faced misfortune after ignoring her warnings. Yet even in her fury, there was a strange beauty in the chaos she created. Her lava carved new valleys and sculpted the landscape, reminding everyone that Hawaii itself was a creation of her spirit. Pele's power was an eternal dance between destruction and creation, and the people lived in harmony with the goddess who shaped their world. Pele's love burned as fiercely as the volcanic fires she wielded, and nowhere was this more evident than in her bond with her family. Her relationship with her sister Namaka, the goddess of the sea, had long been marred by conflict, fire clashing with water. But it was her deep affection for her youngest sister, Hi'iaka, that truly captured the essence of Pele's heart. Hi'iaka, the gentle and serene counterbalance to Pele's wild spirit, was tasked with an important mission: bringing back Pele's lover, the handsome chief Lohiau, from a distant land. Trusting her sister, Pele sent her on this dangerous journey, but as the days passed, doubt began to creep into Pele's mind. In the dark, quiet hours of her waiting, Pele's jealousy grew. She imagined betrayal where there was none, convinced that Hi'iaka and Lohiau had become lovers during the journey. Consumed by rage, Pele unleashed her fiery wrath on the very land Hi'iaka loved, scorching the forests and reducing everything to ash. Her volcanic eruptions mirrored the tempest in her heart, fierce, uncontrollable, and devastating. Yet, even amid the destruction, Pele's love for her sister remained. When Hi'iaka returned, loyal and true, Pele realized the gravity of her actions. Overcome with guilt, she sought to repair what she had destroyed, knowing that, while her fury had the power to shape the earth, her love could mend even the deepest wounds. When Pele's jealousy burned hottest, she could no longer contain her fear. The thought that her beloved sister Hi'iaka had betrayed her trust, had taken Lohiau, the man Pele adored, consumed her mind. Rage filled her heart, and in a moment of fury, she unleashed her volcanic power. The fiery goddess struck the land Hi'iaka cherished most, her lava swallowing the vibrant forests, her flames licking the edges of the hills, turning lush green into ash and ruin. The once beautiful landscape, teeming with life, was reduced to smoldering desolation under the force of Pele's anger. But as the fires cooled and the black smoke lifted, the truth surfaced. Hi'iaka had not betrayed her. Her loyalty had been unwavering, and Pele's fury had been a mistake, driven by her own insecurities. In the quiet aftermath, Pele felt the weight of her actions. Her fiery spirit, always so quick to blaze, softened. Overcome with sorrow for the devastation she had caused and the pain she had inflicted on her sister, she sought forgiveness. Hi'iaka, though deeply wounded by the destruction of the land she loved, saw the regret in Pele's eyes. The two sisters, once divided by suspicion, reconciled in the ashes of Pele's wrath. And as the volcanic soil began to cool, life slowly returned. Tiny green shoots emerged from the blackened earth, a symbol of renewal. The land, like the bond between the sisters, healed. From the ruin came something new, and the islands once again flourished under Pele's watchful gaze. Even now, Pele's presence is as alive and fierce as the molten lava that shapes the very islands of Hawaii. Every eruption, every plume of smoke rising from the volcanic craters whispers her name, reminding all who witness it that the goddess of fire still reigns. The people of Hawaii feel her power in the heat that rises from the earth, in the lava that carves new paths into the sea, and in the black sand beaches that mark the boundaries of her fiery touch. To stand before the flowing lava of Kilauea is to stand before Pele herself, to see the earth bending to her will as it has for centuries. The story of Pele isn't confined to the past. It unfolds with every new tremor, every eruption that signals her work is far from done. The land continues to rise from the ocean, expanding with each eruption, shaped by the force of her eternal flame. The people honor her with offerings, understanding that Pele is not just a distant legend, but a living force, woven into the very fabric of the islands. Her power is in the air, in the earth, and in the fire that never truly dies. As long as the volcanoes stir and the lava flows, Pele's fire will burn, and with it, the islands of Hawaii will continue to grow, shaped by her timeless and untamable spirit. Pele's story is woven into the very fabric of the Hawaiian Islands, her fire as alive and fierce as the molten lava that continues to flow from the earth. She is not a distant, forgotten goddess, but a living presence, her power felt in every rumble of the volcanoes, every plume of smoke that rises into the sky. Pele's fiery temper, her relentless passion, and her love for the land she shaped are still felt by those who walk on the black sands and stand before her glowing craters. Her tale is not merely a legend of the past, but an ongoing saga that unfolds with each eruption, a reminder that creation and destruction are intertwined. Her journey began with rage and love, emotions that shaped not only the land, but the lives of those who revere her. Pele is the heart of the islands, her fiery essence carved into the mountains and valleys, her spirit flowing through the lava rivers. And though her flames have scorched the earth, from the ashes she creates new life, fertile lands and thriving forests. Pele's legend pulses with life, a story as untamable as the fire she commands. The Hawaiian people honor her, not as a relic of history, but as a force that continues to mold their world. Pele's fire will never be extinguished, for it lives on in the land and in the souls of those who call Hawaii home.